Inakaa. Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to look at performing of substructure works. This is this will be our topic today, and so our learning outcomes will be describe on how to perform site investigation, explain the procedure of site clearance. So those are our outcomes for our session today. The first subtopic is site investigation. Some consideration to be given by the contractor during reconnaissance and layout prior to constructional works are availability and means of access to the site, whether by road, rail, or waterway. Then availability of suitable materials, equipment, and spare available for erecting plant and or storing materials around the site. Availability of space to erect temporary sites, offices, and welfare facilities. So in this site investigation, we, for you to, why do you do site investigation? You do site investigation so that you can know when you are doing your construction works, you know the access to that site. Maybe the site has no road, so you have to know in which access, how will you assess the site. Then also availability of suitable materials, the materials and equipment you need for your construction works, you have to investigate where you can be able to get them at an affordable price. Then availability of space to erect temporary site, offices, and welfare facilities. For you to start any construction, you need some temporary facilities like a place to store material, like a latrine for the people who will be working there, and also somewhere where they can rest. So you investigate the site for you to be able to see that you can be able to get those facilities. So another purpose for you to investigate is the effect of vibration and adjacent structure when the construction involves using heavy massive equipment, e.g. in piling, should be considered. Sub-road access, road site layout plan, existing building, main road store and storage for watchmen, project main mixer crane, dumper and sand, aggregate push toilet, canteen, watchman dressing room, technical room, engineering and room, clinic. So when you are constructing, maybe you can be able to use some heavy material machines that can cause vibration to the adjacent buildings. As you know, vibration can cause some buildings to to have cracks due to those vibrations. So you have to check if there is an adjacent building that maybe those vibrations can affect. The availability of water and power supply should be ascertained and the rate of payment investigated. For construction, you need some water and power supply. So you have to investigate to see if those water supply and power supply is sufficient so that you can have your work done well. Then next, you have to look at the knowledge of the nature and type of soil and the level of water table is important as the way necessitates subsoil drainage and cause flooding. So you have to also investigate the type of the soils that are in that site so that when now doing construction, you can be able to know how can you have your trench for foundation, and also the type of soil that may be, if the soils are floody or not. The local planning authority should be approached to ascertain whether there is any special or significant restriction which could adversely affect the development of site. So you have to look at the local authorities also, like the water department, the electricity department, so that you can be able to know maybe there's some pipings on that site for you to be able to know how far you can excavate your trench, or you can excavate the subsoil or the underlying soils for you to have that construction. Valuable information can be obtained by checking with the local inhabitants of the area. Any special condition that may limit work in any way should be noted and taken care of, e.g., weather and climate conditions. So it is also very important for you to investigate the site to know the weather or the climatic conditions, so that maybe they can affect you during the construction procedure. So you have to know those and note them down. So after now doing investigation, you need now to clear the site. So we want to see how site clearance and excavation of the topsoil is done. So the site should be cleared of the bushes, shrubs, trees, etc., which are on the building position and around the storage and temporary. So at the site that you are going to have your construction, maybe it has some bushes, it has some existing buildings, trees, shrubs like that. So you need to clear those bushes, those shrubs, trees, and other some existing buildings which may be on that site. Maybe you want to do construction. So we have some images here that shows maybe how the site will be. The first image shows the site, maybe you want to construct a road. So you need to know how can you clear that site. The next image is about a bushy place whereby no existing buildings, but we have shrubs and trees. So you have to clear that site. Then the next image also shows how you can clear those bushes, what can you do, which tools will you use to clear that site. Then we have the building, which maybe needs to be demolished. So you need to know which plant can you use. Is it hand clearing or you use machine clearing? We also have a river, whereby maybe they want to construct a bridge or a canal. So you need to know how can you clear that site. And the last picture shows the site. Maybe it has existing buildings, shrubs, trees like that. So it is very important to know the site that you want maybe to clear. So if it is a road, should be grabbed up and completely removed before any building is erected. It is essential that the area to be occupied by the building has the vegetable topsoil removed from the site completely or placed on one side and spread level over areas after completion of the organic content of the vegetable soil may be injurious to concrete, and so it should never be used for backfilling or making up levels under the building. The path of excavation of topsoil is normally 150 millimeters leveling. Land clearance and stripping of the topsoil are all easily achieved with a bulldozer. So you have to grab that soil, the topsoil, because the topsoil cannot hold the building. It has got a lot of vegetations and other materials that can maybe affect the building. So you have to cut it and now backfill the place by other materials like maram, so that now you can have your construction of the building. So the topsoil has to be cut off about 150 millimeters, and also the topsoil should be taken away. So that is what we have today. Any question?